Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tajen, also known as Empress 1111. I want to discuss with you at this very moment about karmic twins and if a twin flame can be a karmic. Let me go ahead and call in some help before I do this channeling. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. I also call upon Yadhe to be able to give me the information that is necessary for this transmission for the evolution of our souls. And so it is. All right. First, let's go ahead and break down the different variations of twin flames. There are so many mislabels, misconceptions, and terms and jargons that are out there in the 3D platform when it comes to a twin flame union. I want to tell you that you can possibly have a karmic twin flame. And this is how you know that this is a karmic twin flame. This is not a karmic soulmate, and I don't want you to confuse it as such. Let me break down a difference. How you know you have a karmic twin flame is that at the beginning, it is so progressive, it is so fiery, and it progresses very fast. And as soon as you get into the union, after the honeymoon or the cupcake stage goes away, you start having hard lessons and issues and problems start to creep up into the union. This is how you know you have a karmic twin flame. It is usually followed by separation. Now, before they make a physical separation, you'll see signs of them drawing away from you, whether it be sexually, whether it be emotionally, and eventually, altogether, they will withdraw from you physically. And you will be left wondering, what the hell just transpired? Like, what the heck was that? You know, I'm going to share a story with you. Me and my twin flame dynamic is a karmic twin flame dynamic. And how I discovered this is because I kept on seeing the same damn cycles repeat over and over and over again. And I would do things different each time, trying to bring this union back together. And I'll try a different concept and the cycle will close. And then it'll repeat. And then it'll close. And then it'll repeat until finally I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead. Let me get still. Let me get in meditation. Let me see what's going on, because this shit right here, I'm starting to question if he is a false twin. And so I got connected and redirected by source. There's no such thing, you guys, as a false twin flame. That is to basically say that there is a fault or a mistake in the divine creator. There is no mistakes. From the time that you were born, it was already DNA coded in you and your other half's DNA, because you are the same soul in two separate bodies, split just like Adam and Eve in the very beginning in Genesis in the Garden of Eden. Okay? Adam and Eve were karmic twins. And let me give you an example of why I am saying that. The moment that they got separated and the moment that they discovered that they were naked, God called out to Adam and said, Adam, where are you? And Adam said, I'm naked. That's not what the Creator asked Adam. He asked Adam, where was he? And Adam said, I am naked. So then when God started to inquire Who told you you were naked? It was the woman you gave me. The woman that you gave me, she made me eat of the fruit. So he started blaming Eve for the reason why he did what he did. Okay, does it sound familiar with some of you? Your karmic twin starts to blame you for the moralization and the moral breakdown of the union and why things have went topsy-turvy in this whole union and relationship. They start playing the blame game. They start pointing fingers at you. They start gaslighting you, ghosting you. And every time you would try to work on the relationship with this union with your twin, when you come together, there's always some type of friction. And let me tell you why. That is because you two are not in alignment. You see, let's go back to the very beginning of this whole thing when you had your cosmic union. When you had your cosmic union in heaven, when you were split, you were married. You were joined in the heavens. That's why it says, as it is in heaven, so on earth, right? As above, so below. So in this cosmic union, which mine is coming up, by the way, which is February the 27th, it's so, you know what, you guys, I can't make this stuff up. It's so unique to what I'm talking about right now because my actual 3D union was February the 19th, 2013, okay? I had a cosmic union last year when I was separated from my karmic twin on February the 27th. Michael the Archangel took me in front of Yadhevahe, and there were some other beings that were there that did not give me their names, and that's fine. I guess they didn't want their names to be repeated. They didn't want the honor, so they did not give it to me. But on that day, I saw me and my baby marrying each other. Besides, the roles were reversed. I was the man, he was the woman. When we originally split, I was the divine masculine, he was the divine feminine. And as we incarnated through many, many, many incarnations, okay, we finally did this contract in this now moment that we are living in on this earthly plane to come into union. I don't know how many attempts we've attempted, but I know in this attempt, we are supposed to come into union because I have went and I have asked the divine and the divine has given me divine confirmation. Now, my twin is heavily dependent upon the physical plane. In fact, he loves the physical plane. He has had many incarnations as a woman. I have had many incarnations as a man. This time I decided to be the divine feminine instead of the divine masculine. And he chose to be the divine masculine. Okay. Now, what makes him a karmic is because I did a past life regression and I found out that I did the unthinkable in my marriage. Okay. Not this marriage, but in that marriage, in that previous lifetime. And I went to go burn off my karma. I became a monk. I joined the monastery, okay? I burned off all of my karma. Well, when Susan, which was his name, my name was Mitchell, his name was Susan. When Susan died, which is now my current husband, she hated me for what I did to her. So because of having that in her vibrational frequency and field, when he was born into this lifetime, he came in with that karma. He may not know why he sometimes can be mean to me, because subconsciously he knows the answer, but on the conscious level he doesn't, because he has not still forgiven me for what I've done in the past. Now, I did not come in with that karma because I burned it off in that lifetime, because I got plugged into the universe and I started learning about why I did what I did. And I started healing bloodlines. I started healing, karma, my dharma, all of this. Okay. Now, my baby, on the other hand, was not exposed to what I was exposed to. So in his lifetime, he has to burn off that karma. That is the reason why we have not been in union. He thought he was leaving me, but really it was part of our divine contract, and for source energy to relieve me from his karma, because his karma I can't do for him. He has to do for himself. And so he has been able to put himself in ties with karmics, and his families are his karmics too. And this is what I want you guys to understand, that family ties are karmic ties. Even good, bad, right or wrong, karma doesn't have to be always bad. Everybody that is on the face of this earth, if you have a family member, that is your karmic partner. Period, point blank. They are here to teach you lessons. They are here to help you. Karmics are not always bad. I've had karmic relationships. Everybody that has had a love relationship has had a karmic relationship. Those are more common than soulmate relationships, even though you have many soulmates. But one thing that I want to demystify for you is that you only have one twin flame. And I know for some of the ascended people that are on the 5D and above, they feel like there's multiple twin flames. No, there's twin flame energy, because when your chakras are aligned with someone else's chakra and you're in the same vibrational frequency, you are then in that twin flame energy. And I get that, but let's be politically correct here and bring it down to layman terms, because we are speaking on an earthly plane of existence about the twin flame dynamic, which is multidimensional in its existence, but we're wanting to get a bird's eye view of what that actually means. And so what that means is that as a higher 5-dimensional being and above, if I'm vibrating at twin flame energy, anyone that comes in on my frequency in my vibratory field is going to have the same twin flame energy. It doesn't mean that they're my twin flame, though. They could be someone else's twin flame, but they have the twin flame energy, and I'm going to identify them as my twin flame. And that's okay, but it still is theoretically incorrect, but politically correct, without sounding diametrically opposed from the other. But you only have one true twin flame, and that is your other half. That is the other part of you somewhere on the earth that carries your soul DNA. You only get one, not two, not three or four. Hell, the dynamic is already, a mind fuck alone with just one twin flame. Why in the hell do you want more than one? Another reason why you know that you have a karmic twin flame is that there's a lot of confusion in the union. The other twin, 9 times out of 10, loves to work their shadow side. And that's how you know you have a karmic twin flame. Is because they like to work their shadow side more than they like to work the light. Doesn't mean that it's not a good thing or a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with working from the shadow side as long as you're transmuting it and bringing it into the light. Everything is for transmutation. But they, again, may not be at that part or that place yet in their journey where they have been exposed to how to transmute. You see, you may also have a karmic partner or a karmic twin flame, a karmic twin flame when they love to do magic and spells. That still is 3D. When you become a 5-dimensional being, you start using your alchemical powers. The word I am within itself is in the present. God is not ever I will be, but God is I am that I am. And so as a higher dimensional being, you're standing in your true autonomy, in your true sovereignty as a sovereign being. You know that the words that come out of your mouth, that you are creator. You create as you speak, abracadabra. Okay. You start speaking forth, you start commanding, and things start manifesting and come into existence. That is how you know that you are operating out of 5D and above. Also, not everybody is a twin flame. If you got a question, if you are a twin flame, or if another person is your twin flame, you're not a twin flame, because it is just like I was born a woman, and I know, and it's very obvious because I have the manifestations of it. Same thing with the twin flame union. Just like you are born, and you know, once you come into physical union with your twin, whether it's the first time that you've met or whatever the case may be, you know that there is something about that person that is very different from any other person that you've ever dated. Not all twin flames have to have a physical interaction or have sex. I know a handful of twin flames that have never even kissed, but they still have this magnetism, this draw that keeps pulling them back and forth and keeps pulling them back to one another no matter what. This is how you know that you have a twin flame. And let me say something too. Don't get all your panties in your drawers in a bunch about the fact that I'm calling my twin a karmic twin. It doesn't make him a bad person. It just means that he has not burnt off his karma. And because he hasn't burned off his damn karma, we're not in union right now. We can't be in union right now because I have burnt off my karma in my previous lifetime. There's many of us that are born into this lifetime that are light workers that do not come in with karma. Doesn't mean that I haven't created that shit along the way. You can create karma every day. I'm not saying that I'm karma free. I'm just saying that I did not come in with karma. That's the reason why I chose to come in what most people may deem or term as a handicapped body, because it burns off your karma instantly. And if you want to learn more about that, you need to listen to Dolores Cannon. She goes into great detail about that. She is one of my teachers. She still is one of my teachers from the other side. I still connect and I still talk to her. But I did study up under her to become a hypnosis, and I am a certified hypnotherapist. Sorry, tongue tied. Up under Dolores Cannon. Your twin flame is either a twin flame or is not a twin flame. But there is no in between. There's no such thing as a narcissistic twin. There's no such thing as what's another thing they got out here now? Because they got so many labels out here. They got rebound twin. What the hell? There is no such thing as a rebound twin. They got clone twin. There is no clone. A clone is supposed to be like like the brother of your twin, or if you're dealing with the divine feminine, it's supposed to be the sister of your twin. No. There's no such thing as that. You get a clone when you say, okay, I'm ready to walk away from the twin flame dynamic, and I need somebody that's vibrating on my same frequency. Then the universe bring this person in, and they start speaking like your twin, talking like your twin, thinking like your twin. And you're like, what the fuck? You must be my twin. No, it doesn't work like that. Because in so many cases, I have seen that when the true twin get themselves together and get their bearings together and come together into their senses and wake up and say, oh, I am in a twin flame union. Oh, there is stuff that I have to do. Oh, there's a divine soul contract that I have to complete. And they come back to you. You always choose your true twin, because nothing compares to the original. You cannot go out here and get a copy. It doesn't work like that. And being a twin flame, I can tell you the reason why people are not twin flames is because, one, it may not be in your soul contract in this lifetime to be a twin flame, okay? And two, you meet your twin flame when you are on a high vibrational molecular frequency. You're energetically fused together and joined together based off of the vibration that you are putting out. There are many incarnations of twin flames living in the same incarnations that never get a chance to meet because they never raise their vibration to meet. Am I making myself clear? So I want you to realize that if you met your twin flame, you have done some serious badassery in the spiritual realm to raise your vibration to a point to where you are deemed worthy to even meet your twin flame. And if you are one of the lucky ones, and I say lucky with so much style and grace because I know so many people kind of, squawk at that word. But if you are very fortunate that you have met your twin flame on this earthly plane, consider yourself very fortunate and count it all joy, even though some of you guys feel like you've been to hell and back. Because the reason why is because obviously the universe trusted you enough to think that you have the mental prowess that is necessary in order for you to ride your bid on this journey with your twin flame. The universe has the utmost trust in you, even more than what you trust in yourself, in order for you to be in alignment with your twin flame. To the extent that you're no longer operating out of 3D anymore when you meet your twin flame. You are operating from a 5-dimensional state of existence or above. This is multi-dimensional. And this is the reason why most ascended masters and enlightened people say there's multiple twin flames, because where they come from, they realize that there's multiple and parallel universes. And so there's different realities being played out everywhere on all dimensions and all universes. There's more than one universe. This is not a universe. This is really a multiverse. Okay. Multi-dimensions. I don't want to lose you guys because I do own a metaphysical school and I know sometimes I can go in really deep. I really want to make this as simple as possible for you to process and digest. Okay. But the fact that Source Creator believes in you and have faith in you is the reason why you are privileged to walk this journey. You cannot, from a 3D standpoint, enter into a 5-dimensional conscious relationship. It's impossible because this 3D concept of love, you will get chewed up and spit out in the higher realms of existence. Because what is normal in 3D, once you come to 5D, everything that you thought was normal becomes abstract. And you will lose your marbles and your scruples if you try to hold on to those old paradigms. You have to immediately dismantle and demolish it altogether because it will not serve you. You will not last the day on this journey. You see, you have to operate from 5D and above to even try, even attempt to walk on the path and on the journey as a twin flamer. You cannot be in 3D. It won't work. I already tried. That's how I know. You got to do it from a place of unconditional love and acceptance, and to be able to hold love for your twin no matter what they do to you. You have to be able to grit and bear that shit like as if it's not even happening, and that all that is happening is just an illusion. Can you imagine that? Something that you know to yourself on the earthly plane of existence is very real. You have to look at it as it not being real at all. Like if you're in separation, you have to always feel that person near you. You have to always feel like as if that person is laying next to you. I'm not saying that you're supposed to be delusional. No. But I am saying that from a higher level and standpoint, you are supposed to always feel present. Because that is a requirement. Just like the Apostle Paul said in the Bible, for those that know much, much is required. Your twin, your karmic twin, is still a spiritual baby. So you are going to have to treat him or her as such. And that takes spiritual maturity on your part. You see. Just because you have a karmic twin does not mean that they're a false twin. It just means that they ain't burned their damn karma off. And it could have been you too. You could be a karmic twin. The only reason why I know I'm not a karmic twin is because I've done my past life regression. I have access to the Akashic records. I know how to go in and pull my own files. I know how to go in and do my own past lives. At any time. I can view any lifetime of mine, my twins, whatever the case may be. My clients, for them, you see? So we talk about these karmics all the time like they're bad people. And some of you didn't even know that your twin was a karmic. That's the reason why you keep on having these repeats in the cycles. That's the reason why you keep on feeling the push and the pull and the runner and the chaser dynamic. Anytime you're dealing with the runner and the chaser dynamic, I'm going to tell you hands down, your other partner, if they're participating in that with you, they're a karmic. Because only karmics have cycles. But the difference between a karmic twin and a karmic soulmate is that a karmic cycle burns out. It's not like the twin flame union where they can't let go. Don't get it twisted. And if there's anything out there saying otherwise, it's a lie. You are not going to be in a karmic relationship and it's hard to let go. Was any of your karmic relationships, think about them, the one night stand you've had, was it hard to let go when that person didn't call you back? Hell no. That was a karmic. Okay. Some of you have even had children by karmics, like baby daddies and baby mamas, but you probably only been with them a couple of times sexually. And then you went your way, they went their way, and then oops, you found out that you was pregnant, but that person already moved on and got married. And you weren't in love in the first place. But you have this beautiful baby together because that was your soul contract. Okay? Doesn't make that person a bad person. It doesn't make them your soulmate neither, just because you had a baby by that person. Okay? You'll know a soulmate. A soulmate leaves a lasting impression. Now, they may not have the same effect upon the heart when it comes to the matters of the heart like the twin flame does, because you all know that's a different set of emotions. Okay? Way different. But I wanted to demystify some of the lies that are out here, about the false twin flames. There's no such thing. That's just like saying there's a false God, which, we know there's many gods, but are they false? If anybody, even if you say you're a god, that makes you a god. The fact that you said you were a god makes you a god. Doesn't make you a false god. That's just like saying there's false air and there's false fire. There's nothing false when it comes to energy, you see. And then there's those out there to say that there's dark twins, you know, those that are from the dark side that are supposed to come to pull us off the path. That does not exist neither. Don't get it twisted for 1 second. Don't you think that God don't know what he or she was doing? This is a mentalization universe that is built off of mentalism. Learn metaphysics. Learn psychology. Learn quantum physics and physics, and you'll begin to really comprehend on a grand scale the mind and the framework of God, because you'll never be able to fully understand the mind of God, but you'll start to understand the framework in which God creates, which is intentional. Everything is intentional. There's nothing that's accidental, contrary to belief. All right, this is a lot of information. I hope that you guys resonated with what I said. I put this video out here to let you know that there are karmic twin flames. I have one. Okay? If he wasn't a karmic twin flame, we would be in union right now because we'll both be aligned. A true twin flame will never, and hear me when I say this because this is what Source Energy told me directly. They will never put you in a position to where they would choose another person romantically over you. Never. They will not keep you guessing at night. They will not keep you wondering. They will not refuse to not answer your calls. This is how you know you're dealing with a karmic twin flame. They can refuse to answer your call because they may be around someone that they don't want you to know. Or they may not want the other person to know about you either way. You see. They will never put you in that situation because they will be working from their higher state of existence. The karmic twin flames are the ones that are on the 3D plane that are just called masculines at the moment until they become divine. When they start wearing their crown from the divine, and once they're crowned with their sovereignty and they stand in their autonomy and they become the true emperor with the emperor power, baby, please, they will be making their way back because they know that's where they belong. They know who they are. They'll become actualized and realized, and they'll set everything in motion so that their will become God's will. All right. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. I also have an Amazon gift registry. If you want to purchase something there so it can show up on the channel, by all means, feel free to do so. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.